Hey guys, I'm back, question mark. Uh, excuse me. I hope you're doing well. I've been a little busy. A lot has happened in the last 2 to 3 weeks. And, I haven't really had the chance as much as I would like to really record. Or when I have had the chance, I never really had like a message I really wanted to put out there in the moment, still figure myself out in those moments. Taking the time for myself to figure myself out. Mainly because these are videos dedicated not only to the outside world, but to myself. And I still didn't know what words I needed for myself. So, um, yeah. Anyways, hope you're doing well. Hope you're living life and doing well for yourself and appreciating yourself. And yeah, we'll just get into the video and then just go from there. First off, good morning, good evening, good night, whatever time you're watching this video. It is currently Tuesday, May 7th, 2023. Right now it is 6:04 p.m. I got home from school not too long ago and, just been winding down. It was a pretty long day. It's pretty nice out today. And yeah, so that's that. Second off, if your days are starting, I hope you have a great day. If you're in the middle of your day, if you are in the middle of your day, I hope you are having a great day. And if you are coming towards the end of your day and it has not been so great, do something to make it great because you still got time and you can still make a change. There's always room for improvement and there's always room for a better day. You can have a bad majority, but a bad entirety lies upon you. So be mindful of that. And that actually really ties into what my word of the day is today. Yeah, moving forward. Today's video today's video is going to be a word of the day, and this word of the day is brought to you by a lot of internalized emotions, a reflection of a lot of internalized emotions I felt within the last few weeks. Understanding myself, understanding the world that surrounds myself, understanding how I'm being influenced by the world that surrounds me, and all that good stuff, and just taking the time to really understand why I feel the way I do about just outside, right? And what that word of the day is forgive the world or forgive the outside. One or the other. I don't know which one I'm gonna do yet, but we'll see as it progresses through the video. Yeah. In this life, we are going to be presented with a lot of adversity. We're going to be presented with a lot of challenges, and we are going to be forced, or feel as though we are forced to make some decisions that we'd rather not make. Whether they're good, they're bad, whether they are just naturally the way that the world works or the consequences of our own actions, however you want to put it, whatever thought process you have behind it, there are going to be times where you're going to have some adversities to face and you're going to have to figure out how to overcome them. And in many cases, when we're put in these adversities or put through these moments or situations, we naturally are inclined to feel negatively towards our situation. Towards our situation, towards life, towards all of the outside, feeling as though we are vexed by the outside world or vexed by the way that life treats us. But what I want you to most take away from this video and most understand from my words and from my understanding of my own experiences is understanding that everything is gonna happen either way, in its own weird sense. Life is gonna work in its own way, and all you can really do is forgive it when you feel as though it has vexed you. Because living with that resentment and living with that negativity will only continue to harm yourself. In many cases, when we internalize that resentment or that negativity or anything that is not positive towards our own life or our own world or the world that surrounds us, it turns into negativity of ourselves, a negative self-perception, a negativity that develops and only pushes us towards more negativity. And that's not what life is meant to be about. Life is meant for, positive outlook. Life is meant for making the most of it because this is the only one we truly understand and know that we have in this very moment. You can't always resent things. You can't always be upset with things. You can't always be upset with the outside world because the outside world is still going to be moving no matter what, whether you like it or not, and whether you resent it or not. And forgiving is less upon making sure that the outside world is better or feels better from your end, but more so just for you. Forgiving is for yourself. Forgiving is to make sure that your heart is free of all the negativity that is imposed upon it. You can't let the outside world jurisdict how you feel about yourself and how you feel about it, because the world is going to work in its own ways. And in many cases, we hardly ever understand why it does or why it works the way it does. all we can really do is try to accept it. And in the process of accepting it, we must forgive it. Forgiving is never truly easy. Forgiving is a process. Forgiving is never a straight line. It is up, down, sideways, whatever you want to call it. It's everywhere, because every experience is different. Everyone has their own way of understanding things and accepting things. And acceptance is a process. And as I said before, acceptance and forgiving are go hand in hand. They lock. And the best way I can say in terms of forgiving the world is understanding that the world is going to act in its own accordance. When you really take in life with humility and understand your current position in this world, you understand that you have no control of how the world is going to treat you, or how the world's going to act, or how other people are going to act. All you really have control of is how you accept it and interpret it. So how will you perceive the outside world? How will you understand the outside world? How will you best accommodate for the outside world in your own world? And I'm not saying appease to people. I'm not saying make excuses for people. I'm not saying, oh, if something is truly harming you and those around you, to just let it happen. I am saying, do not let internalized resentment have so much control over you. Don't let your resentment towards other people, don't let your resentment towards a community, a group, or just life in general cause you to live a life of negativity. Because your life is more than that. You are greater than that, and your life is bound to be greater than that. So do not let this moment, or this little speck of what all of life is, jurisdict how you want your life to be. Forgive it and take it in. You know, the more you try to understand things, the more you try to accept things, the more you try to just forgive the life that you are put into, the more things work out for you at the end of the day. The more things seem to make sense, and the less there seems to be of an internalized conflict or negativity. You learn to develop yourself, and you learn to forgive yourself in the process as well. Because as a human, you're going to have some moments where you're going to need to forgive yourself and forgive the life that you are in. As I said, life is, a lot of it is out of our control. I'm not saying just because it's out of our control that we should stop trying to be our best versions of ourselves, or stop trying to go towards things. I'm just saying that in many cases, we're just going to have to really see how we interpret life and how we respond to life, rather than trying to control it. Because we'll drive ourselves mad trying to control it. And I can tell you that from firsthand experience. There have been many times, especially recently within the last year, that I've tried to control the way that life is going, or try to control the way that the world is around me. But at the end of the day, all I could really do is try to learn the best way of accepting it and forgiving it, and understanding why I was put in those situations, or why I put myself in those situations, more so in many cases, and what I can learn from it. And in that process, I learned to forgive life, and forgive the outside world, and forgive all things, because I know that it's all working towards something. It's all working towards making me a better version of myself, and making me understand who I am, and develop an understanding of who I am. So that is what I would best recommend to you and to myself in this situation. It's never easy, but you are more than capable of doing it. So always live with that. That is all I have. Understand that, accept that, and live with that. I appreciate all of you guys that watched all the way through this video, just taking the time to just listen to me talk. I mean, it's still like processing for me, even though it's been over a year of me doing this. But I do truly appreciate every single one of you that take the time out of your day to watch my videos, or just even if it's just to support me, and less about, hearing the message, just more so, as I said, taking time out of your day to allow me to reflect, and I greatly do appreciate it. All form of support is greatly appreciated as well. Watching the video, liking the video, commenting on the video, feedback is greatly appreciated, as well as if you feel like someone will take something from this video or from my channel or whatever, please share it with them, because that is the main objective with this channel, to live with that purpose, spreading positivity, spreading light to others. So yeah, that's all I got though. Take care of yourself, love yourself, and be yourself, and that is all I got. AD is out.